and how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I've created Magic and Miracles to help people of all walks of life transform their lives and manifest their goals in every area of your life. I created this coaching program, which is contained in my signature package for everybody to take advantage of all of my experience of 15 years of research, and of me being a coach for the last 9 years, most importantly, 2 years on YouTube now. All the information that I've accumulated, studied, perfected, really made perfect and bite size in a coaching package, of which I recommend 2 to 3 months in coaching in order to absorb all the information, to deal with your drama, trauma, panorama, release emotions, and embark on a new timeline. So let me explain a little bit about how my coaching works. This does not exist anywhere else. This is exactly why I created it specifically for my YouTube family and for my YouTube clients. It starts out by me covering your history. I'm very deeply interested in your history. Reason why is because I want to understand who's coming in into my coaching. Okay, I need to know your background starting from childhood. Whatever happened, we need to discuss it. And I really would like to encourage everybody to be honest when they're coming in into coaching, to be honest, to be open and receptive to suggestions. It's the only way it's going to work. Okay, if you could have done this on your own, you would have already been doing so. So I will offer commentary, and in doing this process, you will see, if you're in my coaching, that you will start having aha moments. You will process these events differently this time around. I don't care which coach you've been to, I don't care which therapist you've been for how long. I do it very precisely, and I really attack your old belief system after having examined it in order to transform you. Okay, in order for you to disengage with the drama, trauma, panorama, and that timeline, this repetitive fucking cycle that you may be living in right now, and to embark on a new journey, on a new timeline. So we cover your history, we process the drama, trauma, panorama, releasing all the emotions. And for different people, it takes a different time. Like 2 to 3 months is an average time. Keep in mind, you might need just 2 months. I don't know your story. You know your story. Or you may just, 3 will be okay. But sometimes, people end up spending 6 months in my coaching. It depends on you, your personality, whatever you've lived, how sensitive you are, and all that jazz. And then and only then do I embark on this journey of teaching you how to manifest, how to really manifest. Okay. I give you all the tricks of the trade, meaning not, from the law of attraction universe over there out there. Stuff that really works, stuff that really worked for me, and stuff that really worked for my clients for 9 years. If you're paying attention, if you're doing it, what I'm suggesting you're doing, and if you understand what you're doing, I teach you energy work, of which we're going to discuss a really, really cool topic today. So stick around till the end. um, Energy work amplifies your manifestation through the roof. Okay. First things first, though, you need to clean your energy to be able to maneuver your world and your universe, as it were, with your clean slate energy. It doesn't work any other way. And you will see what I mean when you get into coaching with me. Some people make so much progress in months, like on month one. Sometimes it really blows me away. So really just understand, come prepared to work, come hungry for the change. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you 250 zillion percent, but you got to give me at least 100. Okay. The only way you're going to succeed in coaching with me, if you are receptive and you're working with me in concert, it has to be a tango between us two. Okay, so that's the signature package. There are other packages. This is the real deal. On the go is a downsized package of 7 sessions only per month, etc., etc. And there's 4 sessions. So underneath this very video right now, you will see all the packages. That's my new website. Okay, please let me know, because I see this new website lets me know like who's watching, who's clicking rather, from which location. I see people from all around the world, from Philippines, Los Angeles, Virginia, blah blah. If you have any questions about booking, let me know. But that website, the one that is attached when you see the packages underneath, it lets you pay in installments automatically. Okay, it just does the process this way. The Magic and Miracles, the original website that I have linked in my description, does that also, but with a link, with a special link that you will find underneath. On the bottom of the description of each package, like the signature package, the on the go, the 4 sessions, and the video school. Those are the top sellers, beginning with the signature coaching package, of course. If you have any questions about anything what I just said, please email me directly. This is what I prefer. If you want to be in my coaching, you understand that you need to pre-book the first month, sign the coaching agreement. If there is no coaching agreement in the new website, which I'm still working on, it's still in progress, so please excuse. It's a little bit awkward right now. I just wanted to hurry up and put together all the packages so that people can book, no problem. So if you don't see the coaching agreement there, which there isn't one, please email me once you book, and then I'll send you the coaching agreement. You need to print it, sign it by hand, return it to me via email, scan it, return it to me via email, and then let me know when you can meet for a first session. Okay, and then you'll have a schedule of 3 times per week. This is how we rendezvous, by phone or by Zoom. I record everything for posterity, for my notes, for your notes, for you to re-listen to down the line. Lots of people, after they conclude my coaching, they have all these sessions to look through. It's amazing the amount of material you walk away. It's really, really is. There's no such coaching on planet Earth. It really isn't. I'm not even bragging. So if you have any questions before booking or anything, about what I just said, please email me. Hi, Bashir. Bashir's hi, Ketvi. Hi, Ketvi is gonna join me in just a little bit. Let me just read this comment. I don't celebrate Christmas. Oh, I said happy holidays, so don't worry about it. Hi, Lista. Wrapping presents while listening. So, okay, today, let me just introduce the topic, and then I'll bring Kat V. This is our experimentary kind of like situation on Christmas Day. It's so much fun. We're going to discuss using Kundalini magic on your SP and your invisible helpers. Okay, the invisible world, the guardian angels, God, universe, whatever you want to call it. All right, so now we're bringing in Katvi, my world famous moderator. Come on in, darling, when you're ready. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be so much fun. Oh, I'm ready. Let's give her a couple of minutes. But you guys can comment, of course. Oh, here we go. 13 subscribe. Oh, that's the other channel. I was gonna be like 13 subscribe. Hi! You look
Hello.
amazing.
Ah, thank you, thank you. I ended up with a hair up. Like I said, it's gonna be like a Santa hat or something.
Uh-huh. You got your blue wrench, I see, with the Christmas hat. Something is here. I knew. When I was doing my hair, getting my hair done, I was like, something is gonna be here today. And look what happened. Look what just happened. Merry Christmas, darling. Okay. All right. So we have like a ton. He says Merry Christmas to Kat. Hi, Anna. Okay, so we're gonna do this like every Wednesday, right, Kat? Like we're gonna come up with topic and we're gonna like talk. All right. So okay, first I want to introduce a couple of things that we're gonna talk about. So what is this Kundalini? Something says, yeah, you summoned me. Happy to be here. Yeah, I summoned you, all right. So I'm going to talk about something that I actually, really wanted to talk about for a long, long time. But I don't know. There is no but. it's a little bit of a funny subject, but one of my clients actually asked me in session about this, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to talk about this at some point. So what is Kundalini magic? In essence, it's a sexual energy, your root chakra, okay, that is responsible for creating your life, your everything manifest that you see around you. That's where it comes from. Okay. So if you understand that this is how much energy your body holds, and if your root chakra is polluted, maybe, something happened to you, maybe whatever, it usually starts out, especially in relationships, especially with money. This is your creative force, so you need to really clean it. But the way to use Kundalini magic is essentially through sexual energy. And let me just dive right in and shock everybody and just say, yes, it has to do with sex, it has to do with masturbation, okay? It has to do with climax. Okay, so now you see why I didn't want to like discuss this earlier, because it's a little bit out there, but it's very true. Now, what I want to preface this, like intuitively, I came to this like ages ago when I was, I don't know, 18 or 17, because I noticed that I don't know how I came to this, right? I just don't. I just intuitively gravitated towards like there is so much energy coming out of you whenever you climax. It's crazy. And if you direct that energy towards a goal, like right before you climax, if you just visualize this something or someone with intention, with purpose, with a certain kind of story behind it, like that you will have to work out before that, it will come true. It literally manifested over and over in my life in this way. Okay. So this is something, and the other thing, and then we're going to discuss this a little bit with Kat, but what this means is that you could do this on your own. Obviously, there's no shame in that whatsoever. But also, it means that if you, so be careful who you're having sex with. If it's somebody who is not radiating good energy, they're going to suck your good energy. And this is the energy that you need to manifest. Okay. If you don't know somebody very well, like I'll give my example, like years ago when I was dating casually, like I didn't want a boyfriend and this and that, and I was really having a good time just meeting good men finally, in my life. I met this really lovely guy, and he was so nice and everything was fine. But every time that we would have sex, like he would leave and I would be depleted. And when I mean depleted, I would be just like, somebody pick me up. Like it would take me like hours, and not because the sex was so crazy. Okay. I can't hear you. No, I can't hear you. Oh no. Kat, you look stunning today, really.
Good thing. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
It's okay. All right. I had the I just wanted to make sure. Let me see if this works again. Welcome to the bugs, right? Okay.
Oh, can you unplug it? It was better before.
Now, can you hear me here or no?
It has like some kind of a noise. Do you want to unplug
Let
it?
me
Yeah, yeah.
do this. Okay. That's the only
Yeah.
way to know if you go live. Okay.
Yeah. Is that okay with you?
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
As far as like with people, it's exactly what it is. There were so many times where I found myself depleted and I didn't even know why. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't good. You know what I mean? So when you said you don't even, it doesn't even have to be from that. That is
Mm-hmm.
so true. It's the underlying pull of the
Mm-hmm.
energy.
Mm-hmm.
Suck
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. What I found out later, I mean, we didn't know each other so well, but
Mhm.
later on, like when as we got to know each other, like he opened up to me and he had a brother who was, oh, I don't want to say it. It was horrible. What happened to the brother, like really
Mm.
just some accident, blah blah blah. And the whole family just really burdened by that and blah blah blah. And I mean, I had to stop seeing him, after he told me that, like the image was in my mind. And not to say like I
Mhm.
didn't wish him well or his brother, but like I had to protect my own energy, like I
It
couldn't
does.
function.
it
Mhm.
trickles over, and especially when you're a light worker, even people that are connected, because energy is fluid, so people who are
Mhm.
connected, that's why I can pick it up in my readings, even if it's not you, if it's someone you're connected to, the energies mesh, and then that
Mhm.
person is still receiving energy from you through the brother. It's a
That's right.
chain reaction. Yeah,
That's
you have
right.
two people depleting you, and you're only with the
Mhm.
one.
Because they're empty of energy and you have this life force. So talk about your business. Like I've talked about my coaching. Talk about
Oh,
with people. What you
well,
do.
with reading the cards, okay, I started offering it to the public, but you can't really tell on my channel. But when I'm with people personally, and I still don't know how it's going to work because I'm not doing live personals with the public, I'm doing pre recorded. But after
Mhm.
I read someone, I can still give a synopsis and some advice at the back of it. But with people, when I can read it real time and then actually speak with them, I'll ask them particular questions because it's all, I can see it in the card. So I kind of already know the answer, but I just want to hear it
Mhm.
from them and then how they say it, because that says a lot to me, how the
Mhm.
energy behind what they say is. And
Yes.
then I try to give them I don't want people in the tarot loop. That's what took me so long to get out to the public. People get addicted to that drama and getting in there. I don't like it. I don't like drama, period, in my life. And then when I'm reading for people, I don't want to read about it. If I want to see certain things, I'll just watch, Maury or Jerry, or you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to, I don't mind picking up the energy initially, but let's get out of it. Let's see what's going
Mhm.
on. And in cases, I've picked this up with my readings. It's not them, it's their sister. It's their mother.
Mm.
It's someone else that's it's their
Energy.
relationship.
Mhm.
Exactly. And it's that
Mhm.
narcissist they're with or something. And it's just,
Right.
they're draining them. And that word gets thrown around a lot, because there's just so, but the gist of that personality, the
Yeah.
user and the drainer, it's just the gist of
Yeah.
that archetype.
Yeah, get like literally like what they call, hi Zara, how are you? A great cloud go, girl, what? I know a lot of people are gonna have this reaction, but
Hmm.
listen, I listen. Let me just kind of like preface this by saying like there's a lot of things that I didn't speak on this channel about because I was afraid to like spook people out, like the energy, like what Kat is talking about, like clairvoyance, clairsentience, right? It's called, and clair something else that you
Oh,
hear.
yeah.
What is it?
The clairaudient and
Clairaudient,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Um, and it's a little bit out there for most people, but since we've established on this channel that we create mostly in 5D, 3D is a joke, is a yesterday's newspaper. Like, I want to expose as many people on my channel as possible to the potential that your body, it's, you don't have to go anywhere, it's your body, like an orgasm is produced within your body. And by the way, and again, I'm going to talk more about this as we go through it. You can use this not just having sex or masturbating, you can warm the energy up because you now remember, obviously. I mean, people have been masturbating since they were teenagers. I don't know about anybody else, but that was certainly the case with me. I was like, wow, I found the answer to everything. But to me, honestly, to me, when I first like figured it out, it wasn't sexual. It was like, wow, this is a journey to another realm, almost kind of deal.
Hmm.
Because like
Yeah.
when, like, think about it, like when you have an orgasm, like your consciousness, it's going somewhere. Like your body is.
It's the most powerful feeling a human being can have. That's what makes it
Mm-hmm.
so. That's why when you have your dark sides using it, you have your light side and dark side. There are many uh, groups that use this energy and use it as a group,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and it harnesses so much because it's the most powerful energy that I think a human body can actually like harness in a particular time.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
you can just have it with the brain too. You don't even have to manipulate areas.
Mhm.
You can just mentally
Mhm.
produce that. That's the crazy part. All is
Mm.
mental, right?
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
So like in your mind remembering this energy, like basically doing it with your mind, exactly what you just said, without having to feel an orgasm, but actually like warming up the energy in your mind and powering with that energy whatever it is that you're working on. Okay,
Mhm.
for me it became, first of all, as you guys know, like in that state of orgasm, you feel totally all powerful, you feel relaxed, there's no resistance, and your mind is chilled out. Okay, like if nothing else, like this is why, the stress relief and this and that. um you can also use it like for money. Okay, like the sexual energy, people talk about it all the time, like sexual energy can produce abundance. Okay, sexual energy can produce health, sexual energy can produce you looking better, younger, and this and that. So but it's how you cultivate is within your body, feeling into this warm energy, like how you feel about your sp, let's just say, as an example. It is translates directly into the manifestation. If you feel like it's drama, trauma, panorama, it's not warm and fuzzy, it's certainly not orgasmic. Okay, but
Mhm.
let's just say you fast forward into the parallel reality in which everything is hunky-dory, and on this day, let's just say you fast forward next year, and you have your specific person right next to you, and you're waking up with them, and see how that feels. So working with that energy, okay, on purpose, choosing mentally to have this energy around your money, around your sp, around whatever, it will propel you like into the never land, like really. And what do you guys think? Comment below. What are your thoughts? Are you shocked? What do you think of this? What else I wanted to say? Did you want to say something, Kat, before I add
Well,
something?
it's the prana, right? Life force
Hmm.
energy. It's the same name, right? The
Hmm. Hmm.
Kundalini, prana, life
Yes.
force.
Right,
A
right.
lot of
I mean,
power behind it.
you can make a baby this way. So imagine like what else can you create, right? If you
Hmm.
don't want a baby, but you want a relationship that is, so essentially it's not like, I want to make this separation. It's not sexual alone. It's not lust. Okay, it is a sexual energy which is warm and fuzzy and comfortable. Okay, just getting into the space, like how you would feel if you knew for a fact that you're with your SP and everything is good now, and you guys are on speaking terms and everything is resolved, and now you feel this intimacy between you and this person, like there's no resistance anymore. This is the sexual energy where like you're intimate with them in this realm of all possibilities, if that makes any sense. Let me have a sip of my tea. Go ahead, you
I'm
can.
I'm excited for the partner that is aware of this stuff as
Mm.
well. It seems like because we're on online, it seems like there's so many people that are aware of these things, but there really are few that are aware of the whole deal. They may have heard of Kundalini, but what
Mhm.
is it really? And they're like, oh, you have
Mhm.
to meditate and hum and go sit on a rock and sweat in the sun, and you know what I mean? It's like bask in the sun like a lizard and then be one, and it's like no. And then you have the other ones that they have all these different ideas, but to actually be like with the folks on your channel, most
Mhm.
of us are advanced. If we're sticking around, then we're either almost there or we're there, and
Mhm.
we are more aware of how things work. And it seems
Mhm.
like there's a lot of people like that out here, but they're not. I mean, this is such a
Mhm.
small percentage of the
Mhm.
us in the
Mhm.
in the community. So
Mhm.
I look
Yeah.
forward to I intend to find someone, and that's actually in my intention for
Yeah.
an SP. I'm not actively looking for one, but I'm there. So
Mhm.
if they pop up, then
Yeah.
I'm really hoping
That's the
that
best
they're
time when
aware
you're
of this
not
stuff.
even looking, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. You just find it. Like, yeah, that non-resistant state. Like, yeah, okay, I could use some. It's like saying, oh yeah, I could use $1 million right about now.
Right, right, right. Exactly.
It's totally like, this is my hope for everybody on this channel, parenthesis here, to reach that level of like, I don't need it, I want it. but I
Mm,
don't need it. Like this is the non-resistance. Some people call it detachment. It's not really detachment. It's just kind of like relinquishing, um, to have to be validated by this creation. You validating
right.
yourself first and go like, yeah, all right. The queen of the world over here can use an SP, and you would, don't you know, you would manifest him like one, two, three, exactly as you want them to be. Because you
Yeah.
don't have any other ideas. Because like a lot of people, they're coming in already with a lot of like patterns and this and that,
Mm,
and if you don't release this, most certainly you will reproduce it. But when that's gone, and now you're like, oh yeah, I could use exactly what I want. I could use exactly what I want, and this is what it is. Faithful, loyal, handsome, blah blah blue, makes a lot of money. It's easier
mhm.
to paint on a empty canvas rather than like the polluted, full of shit canvas.
Well,
The other.
it is. Well, I was going to say it when people put in their order, there's these back and forth of be specific, but then you don't have to be specific because the universe knows what's your ideal. But I think people
Mhm.
have to be specific because they haven't cleaned out the old crap. So there's an
Yeah.
autopilot going. So if you're not
Yes.
specific, then just like, well, just like with the Christmas plans for me, it's a pattern, so that's what projected out because that's just what I
Yeah.
expected. And then when
You,
I caught it right there, I was like, no, 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 and see how everything switched around. This wasn't originally gonna happen. We
talk
wanted
about
it to.
that. What we discussed. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I really wanted it to happen because we had discussed it. And then when I looked at the calendar after we were finished speaking, I was like, oh, it's Christmas. But to me, it's not that big a deal. We'll do Christmas Eve, Christmas day after. It's just that sort of a deal. And then now that my mom has passed, things are just different now. And my son's a little older as well. So we don't have, that it's just a different deal. So I was like, I can still do it on Christmas, not a big thing, but there's still like family stuff, my son's family and all that. So I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
I would still like to be there and have that, but I don't know. So remember, I said in my mind, I was thinking the sister, she would have been like my ex sister in law. Okay.
Mhm.
She loves football and loves to watch the Christmas Day football and all that. And she's done it in the past where she'll say, we'll do Christmas dinner, Christmas Eve, because then she has the whole day football to watch, the games and then can just relax. And then everyone's invited over. So I said that in my mind, not even forcing, like, okay, we got to change this. We're going to change it. It's going to be, has to be. I just said, you know what? She's done it in the past. We're going to do it. First, I pushed the time to 5 p.m. And then I
Mhm.
went, that came through. And that came through actually while I was on the live. Remember, I said the time actually got pushed back. And I said, depending on the time you go
Oh
live, I could
wow.
still be a moderator. I put
Yeah.
that in my head. So I went, boom, 5 o'clock. I said, okay, so I got the time changed. Now I need the day. And then it happened.
Wow.
And then I had to send you a picture of the text message because I said it was
Mhm.
verbatim what I said. She said, I think there was a mix up with the day. It's going to be Christmas Eve, 5 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, still have the same time.
Mhm.
But if anyone wants to come over and watch football Christmas, I'm still watching football. But I'm like,
Wow.
so now we're sitting here on Christmas Day doing this live. Which I really wanted to do anyway. But I had to
Isn't
take
that
the power back.
amazing?
I had to take the power back and go, no, 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 no. But the original one popped out because it's just the autopilot. It's just the program
Mhm.
that's in there. So when you're
Yes.
ordering an SP, no, the universe knows exactly what you want. But
Mm.
if you have something rolling here, it can't give you what you want because this is going to cancel it out.
Override it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So true. Okay, just in case nobody's clear or anybody, somebody's not clear. Originally, Katya wasn't able to do the live, and I even kind of like said, "Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We don't have to do it." And then I don't remember a couple of what was it, Monday or whenever it was. You were like, "Oh, look at this text message. My ex sister in law is actually." I totally like I think I switched to another timeline. My sister-in-law
Yeah,
now wants to
it
have
was
this
like
dinner on
so.
Christmas Eve.
I felt like this like merge and stuff, and I'm like, this is okay, and it happened. It
Nice,
just
nice,
so
nice. You anything else
yeah.
that you shared with me you want to tell people, like the other
Oh,
miracle?
my little. Okay, so people don't, and I still have to remember this when when they say the universe has your back, okay? The universe is you. It's all you, and then you have helpers like angels and such. And then people think it's the winged people, the beings, and they go off the depictions, the illustrations. It's an energy that you feel, okay? They can look
Exactly.
however you want them to look, and it's just a matter of the feeling. And I had to go to the store to get a few items, all right? And it's just, I said, just the quick Dollar General thing. So just a few items. And I knew I was going to go out and get them, but I was just kind of dragging my feet because there was a little rain. And even though I've worked it so I don't drive in rain, there'll be rain in the forecast. And if I need to have that little window, it may be a little damp out, but I haven't had to deal with like the bad rain just because I don't like driving in the rain. And I decided, okay. So there was like a break in the rain and stuff. And went, no, I can go. I still have some time. I'll go a little later. And my body said, go, just get it over with. Go now. So I got in the car, I went up. There was an issue with my debit card. I knew I had money in there. So when I got to the register and it was declined, I'm just going, and I didn't like freak out because I knew the money was in there. So I'm like, okay, let's just try it again. Declined. So I said, there was a little bit of a line. I said, I'm so sorry. So I put my stuff to the side. I went to the side to look at my bank and it said declined because card expired. The card expired in June of 2025. Okay, so I know I jumped timelines, but I haven't done
Wow.
anything that extravagante. Okay, so I know we're still in December of 2024. Anyway, I couldn't figure it out. So someone in line actually said, put her tab on mine. It's like $39, so not that much. And I was like, "Are you sure?" I have no. And they said, "No, don't worry about it. If you and most of it was stuff for my son too. It wasn't even fun stuff. It was just like paper towel, toilet papers, milk, and I mean, so just few items, basically for him. It was like nothing even like fun stuff, so kind of essentials. And he's like, "Yeah, don't worry about it." And I just pay it forward. And I said, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So I got these groceries for free. Okay. This is my going back to you're always taken care of. I needed to go at that moment because that person was there. This person that had a beard, like a Santa Claus type, a little more
Right.
dark in it than Santa Claus, but was wearing red flannel and talk about ho, ho, ho. You can't make this shit up. The Santa Claus guy paid for my groceries. And then when we walked out, I was parked right next to him. He was driving a red truck, like a sleigh, right? So,
Wow.
right,
Literally
a
a
red truck,
Santa.
like a reverse sleigh type thing. So,
Yeah.
I said, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I have no idea what's going on with this. And he's like, no problem. So I went back, I figured it out. And my card, they said, well, there was like a slight compromise, something weird on it. So canceled that card. That's why I said it expired. Will issue you a new one. Well, this was Friday around 3, 4 p.m. Okay. So if they're East Coast, then they're end of business. And they said with the holiday and everything, they said, well, maybe you'll get it Thursday, like the 26th, hopefully. And I'm thinking in my head, oh, no, 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 no. This is like Christmas. I need access to this
Yeah.
money here. You know what I
Right.
mean? I still have last minute little gifts for when I go to dinner. I need to get a couple bottles of wine for these people. I was like, no, 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 no. This is not working like this. And so I was just like, all right, I'll get it the latest Tuesday. I was like, I can accept Tuesday because I can still go to the store to fill my gifts. Saturday, I hear like barking outside. My neighbor's dogs, they kind of, I'm in the country a little bit. They let their dogs run. So I look out and there's a delivery person there. I'm not expecting anything. So I'm like, okay. So I open the door and I go and I said, hi, I've seen the guy before. I said, where are you delivering? He says, your place. And I went, okay. So I walked down because I know the dogs are cool with me. And I get the package and I'm like, what is this? And I said, thank you, thank you. And then I'm like, this is my debit card. This is my debit card that they said hopefully maybe Thursday. No, less than 24 hours later. My debit
Wow.
card was in my hand that Saturday
That's
because I
crazy.
didn't accept what they said. They said Thursday. I went, okay,
That's
no,
crazy. That's like
no,
physically, literally impossible almost, no?
no, 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 no,
Right.
no. There's no way. It literally was like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday.
And on Saturday you got your card.
Saturday at noon. It was like 12:08.
It's
I was
almost
sitting on the
like
couch. I was sitting on the couch editing a video, and I'm like, what the heck? I hear the dogs barking and the delivery truck's just sitting in the street. So that's why I went and asked. He says, I'm delivering to you. And I'm like, I was not expecting it. There you go.
Mm. It's almost like the card was in the mail before you even like
That's
went to the store, no?
that's the weird thing. Yeah, it's almost like it was already
You
there.
jumped.
I had to catch up to the timeline that had my card just in the mail.
That is
It
so
was
crazy. That is
yeah,
so
it
crazy.
was like so weird.
It's such a small it's not really small actually, but it's a small in that okay, it's a card and whatever, like eventually you would have gotten it and this and that, but that you were so like deliberate about it, right? Like you told me,
Yeah,
I did
without
not accept it. I was just like, I'm
without
getting my fucking card.
stressing. Without stressing about it though. Not going, no, no, no. I'm gonna get the no, no, I have to get I have stuff, I have to get the stuff. I got stuff. No, 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 no. You can't do that. I literally just
Mm-hmm.
went, no, it's gonna show up. It's gonna show up
Mm-hmm.
sooner than that. I
So
can't.
tell the good people of YouTube how did you feel like if you were to walk somebody through this experience, like what energy was yours and thoughts and all this kind of stuff.
The energy is, and it takes so long to get here. The last time I was on live with you, I told you I used to have like a steady kind of like tremble, like that nervous
Mm-hmm.
system, and that
Mm-hmm.
went away. Thank goodness. So even though that was gone, you still have the thoughts of what I don't know, just a little bit. And that's probably why it's good to have a
What
coach because
if?
it
What
keeps you,
if?
yeah, and it
Yeah,
kicks your
yeah.
butt saying, no, you are in control of your world. You are
Mm-hmm.
it. So,
Mm-hmm.
snap out of it type thing. So I just stayed in my mind and I had the little Anna head, the little bubble say, hey, what would Anna do? Yeah. And she was like, okay, now, my darling. Now, who is really in charge here? Like, okay, you know? Okay.
Oh
So
gosh, I
then,
love
yes,
you.
yeah, I have a little voice going, and I go, okay, okay. So things are always working out for me. And then I say to myself, angels, guides, because they want to help you, but they can't help you unless you ask. And then once you ask, they can't help you unless you let them. So
Exactamundo.
you have to ask.
Yes.
Once you ask, they'll say absolutely. I mean, as long as you're benevolent,
Yes.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
then you have to let them do it because you can ask and then go, well, did they hear me? I don't know. I don't know if they
Mm.
well, I don't know because I don't know. And then you're asking for validation and that then your faith is gone. Then everything's gone. And then
Mm-hmm.
you've reset the
Mm-hmm.
having to go back to ask for help.
Right.
It's
Right.
it's
You have to rendezvous with them on the same frequency. I mean, I hate to say this to people who right now don't feel this way, like don't feel up to par, but this is why I'm offering coaching. This is why my passion for this, because it's like, yeah, you got to ask, and it's 100% true what you said. Like you have to ask. They don't have permission to interfere. They only have permission to follow your like guide, your not guidance, but how can I say, your commands. Okay, you have to ask, and coupled with, you have to meet them on their frequency so that yes, you have faith, like you're not second guessing it, like you going directly to your invisible helpers for help. Like you might as well fucking understand that they're there for you, like ever since the day that you were born. And some people, when you have a difficult life, like you have more than one. I'm
Mhm.
convinced, like I know for myself, I have at least seven, okay, that keep following me around, and like some of them they change over. We'll talk about this in a second, but like
They
some you have
yeah,
like
they
the
come in and out. Yeah, totally. And then some pop in because you reach a certain point in your life, and then this angel's like, "Oh, this is my area of expertise." So they call in the
exactly.
auntie, or they call in the, the
Hmm.
uncle of so, and it's like, okay. So you have the other ones, but then they step back, and this person's like, "I got this." Okay, and
Hmm.
then but they're always like coming in
Yeah,
and out, and yeah, I can
exactly.
feel the different ones in different
Hmm.
situations too.
100%. It's like, Napoleon Hill has this book, right? Which book it was? When there's the, oh my god, the invisible council of different people that you can assemble. You know about this, right? When you
Hmm.
can assemble, let's just say George Washington doesn't have to be living. It could be anybody. and
Yeah.
you can assemble this kind of like board of members. I forget exactly the terminology that Napoleon Hill used, but essentially the invisible council around
Your
you,
counsel, yeah.
right, could also be angelic, right? It's like you said, the angel of expertise in money, the angel of expertise in relationship, and these kinds of things. Yeah.
Hmm. And
And
you
you
have to
know,
have discernment. You have to have discernment too. You have to know, like I know my
that's Krista. Hi,
I know
Krista. It's in Greek.
my my energies that are familiar. I know those. I know the
Hmm.
kind ones, and I know the ones that maybe, may appear to be kind of, like when they say when you're doing divination, like you don't know who you're talking to type thing. I put my
Hmm.
intention in that I know where I'm at, but there's
Hmm.
certain energies and entities that can come in, and that's why you have to keep your guard strong,
Yes.
because they
Yes.
can leak in and say, hey, this is your highest good
Hey.
or whatever.
Yeah. Hi,
Yeah.
Krista. This is Krista, my darling, lovely subscriber and client. I hope all is
Oh,
well. Oh, look, Bill Clinton's in the
hello.
house. Hi.
Oh,
Hello,
Bill
Mr.
Clinton.
President.
Ah,
He
Mr.
goes, Merry
President.
Christmas. I have reached the level of height that I've never reached before. Now I have presidents in my.
Oh, BC's in the house.
That's fantastic. Yeah, exactly what you said. Um, did anyone else get snow? Yeah, unfortunately we did. Oh, by the way, my eyes look so red in the other live, and I still think they look red. We've been having snow, not a little, not too much, a little snow, but the wind that we've been having in Manhattan, holy shit, bananas! You could be Mary Poppins. It's just blowing, and no, I'm serious. If you let go, you can fly. It's like 18. I'm so serious. 18 miles per hour on in some moments.
Wow.
And on that day, it was like on what, on Saturday. Oh my god! I literally came in from the walk of with my dog, and I was just like, my face was like defrosted.
Right, right, right. Like the wind burn and freezing and wow.
It was bad. It was really bad. Yeah. Anyway, excuse me. Merry Christmas to Fugacious Self. Fugacious Self. Right. But to go back to the angels, right? You can assemble these angels. Like, let's just say you're not familiar with this, guys. Hi, hi. Merry
Merry Christmas.
Christmas. Monique, thank you for the comment, and thank you for this comment as well. Merry Christmas.
I
You can
haven't seen I haven't seen Costco Way with Chinwei in a while. Is it
oh, you this is a wonderful person.
I've seen her in the chat before. That's
Yes,
cool.
yes, she's been here for a while. Um, so for everybody like who's new to this like idea, you can assemble your own board and you can make them anybody you want. Literally, your imagination is reality, as we all know. So if you want to assign somebody really strong, let's just say to advise you with money, to advise you with like staying calm, even like a lot of people have anxiety, etc., you can welcome these energies into your world. And like Katya just said, be mindful of what kind of energies you're letting in. And it kind of ties in really beautifully with the Kundalini method of magic, where it's like you need to know your own energy is pure and how you use your energy. This is how you invite the good kind of energy, because energy is no fucking joke. And I don't want to scare anybody. Listen, honestly, like in my coaching with different kinds of people, excuse me, especially like people with like people who have been molested, who have been abused, who have had it like really rough, when I'm working with them and when I used to work with them, like I've had some really powerful, let's just say, experiences. Like there was one demon one time that was choking me in my sleep. It was as real as reality because I
I
was
think you
helping.
said that story on one of
Yeah.
your you mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was real as real could be. It was completely real. And I woke up screaming, and my man was like, "What the fuck?" Like, what are you doing? I wasn't scared though. It's not for the faint of heart to deal with energies like that, but I wasn't scared. I just wanted to make sure this person was healed. And so I stayed up, I meditated, I prayed, and et cetera, et cetera. But just to kind of tie that in, where like you need to be mindful of what kind of energies you invite, what who you're having sex, what kind of
That's
energies.
that's huge. That
Yeah,
because that's the most intimate you can get with someone. That's the
exactly.
closest exchange. I mean, there are cases where people have been able to be physically intimate and exchange information and know things the other person knew without any verbal communication. They just pick up
Information. Yeah.
information. And if you
Hmm.
get into some of those, with spy things and all that, there have been actual, I mean, there's studies on it, but
Hmm.
I've actually talked to people too, and there's like, oh my gosh, it's so weird. It's like it's almost like I can kind of know his thoughts or something, but and it's after they've
Totally.
been intimate. That's a connection. It's the deepest connection you can get with someone.
Yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to say. Like when you have this, especially for empaths, which I know you, Katya, you're one for sure. There's no question. You pick up on energy so easily that sometimes, like with dealing with SPs, you might be feeling sad whilst thinking of them, but you don't realize that you're actually picking up on their emotion. So this is
Yeah,
very prevalent.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So much
Hmm.
so. There's so many times that I mean, and even with my person that I dated not too long ago, I pick him up. I mean, he'll tap in like, and I'll know he's thinking about me at that moment, or
Hmm.
just even specific if it's something I'll know that he's eating something that like we went to a restaurant to eat or something and it's like he happened to
Hmm.
go there something like things just tap in and I'm not trying to but because we have that connection I
Right.
I'm trying to like
Yeah. Yeah.
flick him
Yeah.
off like like the gnat
Mhm.
like beat it but it's there the fly
Right.
swatter but it's there.
Or you like get like a sensory impressions, like, why do I feel like I'm tasting chocolate, let's just say, I don't
Mhm.
fucking want chocolate right now. I mean, I love chocolate, it's a stupid example, but whatever. Like that means that this person who you're tapping into right now, maybe eating chocolate, maybe thinking about chocolate, again, stupid example, but I'm just saying. But when like, let's just say you have no reason to feel sad, but you're thinking about this person, you're picking up on their energy. So this is like for empaths big time, because this is where you really need to know. No, B is a good one. B is
I
Bashir.
know that I was such a I was not meant to do.
Oh,
I was trying to get the one above it. I'm
oh,
sorry,
okay.
B.
No, just so you
Bashir.
know, he's a really
Bashir,
good
I'm
guy.
so
Yeah.
sorry. No.
Bashir is a really good guy. Okay,
I'm sorry,
so
Bashir. That was not intentional.
it's okay. Hey, I don't expect you to know everybody, or 20,000 of them. Okay, so
I remember that one was okay from another live, and that was the one above it. I'm
yeah, yeah,
sorry.
no, he's a sweetheart. He said this, Bashir said, this happens to me all the time. Yeah, and this is like what I want you guys be aware of. Like, don't always think it's your emotions. You just don't know yet how to maybe separate your energy from that person's, and so you kind of mixed in. Especially like what we're talking about. If you had sex with this person, or you didn't have to have sex, you just were really kind of like
Yep.
enchanted and enthralled and in love, and naturally the energies blend. And now, like I said in the last live, you have a direct communication to this person, so use this fucking communication, will
Well,
ya?
here's the thing too. You may not physically have been with the person, but like you said, if you're enmeshed with them, e- energetically and emotionally, that can be just as because there are people who are so entwined and they're across
Hmm.
the ocean. Okay, they're not
Hmm.
even in contact with each other. Being intimate is the closest you can be, but that
Yes.
emotion and the energetic connection, that's you can rock and roll with that, like just fine. That's
And unless you let them go, and there's ways to do that, like with abusive people and this and that,
mhm.
it's there. it's there. You have it for life, kind of deal, almost. Like when people say
Yeah.
twin flames, it's just that you're energetically attached to this person. So a lot of you have this enormous advantage of being energetically linked to this person. And please, everybody who's listening, can I just fucking say something? If you're obsessing about them, they're obsessing about you too. Can you just accept that? Honestly, it's the pure truth. I'm not lying. If
Hmm.
you're thinking about them, they're thinking about you too. But the only problem is you're not welcoming them back in for some reason. And so this reason needs to be explored in your mind, honestly and transparently with yourself, because like the things that we're discussing right now, they're not so esoteric. Like people have been talking about these things for a long, long time, but you need to use it like to your advantage, because this is where it's at. Don't worry about the fucking 3D. Leave it fucking alone completely, and just embark on this journey of energetically. So the thing that I wanted to say with like the different squad, my squad of angels, I call them, you can literally ask them questions about things and go like, oh, what do you think I should do in this? What do you think this person thinks about me? What do you think? Da, 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 da. They're going to give it to you. Just sit in meditation. Not even music is necessary. In fact, sometimes
Hmm.
it's better to not have any meditation music so you can hear. They will tell you the answer. I'm sure it happened to you, and it does never freak me out because I've had this since childhood, and I'm not bragging. It's just what it is. But they will literally tell you the answer, and it will be in your mind as if your thought, like, how you think a thought and it sounds like a thought, but this is an angel who's going to give it to you. It sounds like a thought in your mind, but it's not you talking, kind of deal, if that makes
Well,
sense.
me going to the store at that time, when I kept getting the feeling, I was hearing "Go now, go to the store," and it was like
Hmm.
in my
A
voice, but
nudge.
not my voice. It was just, it wasn't me, but it felt like it could have been my thought, but it was so strong. I was like, this isn't me. This is not me.
Mm-hmm.
Go
Right.
now. And I
You
just went.
understand, like it's not yours, but
It's
it's
not.
in your mind, right? Mm-hmm. So now let's just, sorry for the sirens. So now let's just go.
I get sirens now when I make a point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You might get chickens and roosters on my side.
Wow, wow, wow.
Ooh,
Yippee yo, yippee
they're
yay.
going. Yay. Party over here.
New York, darling, New York. What the fuck, man?
They're really going at it.
Oh, it happens all the time. Like, this is why audio is so good to record for me. Side note here, because sometimes I need to literally pause. I mean, I live in a very busy area. Anyway, so where were we? Right. So
It's the most I've ever heard. Woohoo!
they want to be part of my life.
I'm telling you what, word is out. Yeah,
Oh, word is out.
word is out.
Anyway, so you will hear the thought, but the thought is very gentle and sweet. It's not pushy. This is the distinction between good energies and bad energies. Let's just make it like, simplistically
Hmm.
put. So when all of you out there have anxiety, have this, that, and the other, understand that this is energy talking. Just like you have benevolent energy in angelic form, you have the not so good energy that you've carried over from Mama Drama Panorama. You need to disentangle yourself from these entities. It's all an energy form. And those
Hmm.
energy forms are literally kept alive by you if you're not choosing to disentangle from them. And you can't, like we just talked about this guy who used to drain me emotionally and without doing anything to do so,
Yeah,
but energetically it's not sustainable to operate this way, and so you
yeah.
need to do something. You're not crazy, you're not anything, okay? You have an energy, and this is real, this is reality. Energy is all there is on this earth, and energy is all there is, period. It's just this earth is kind of like more focused on the 3D for some reason,
Hmm.
because that's the kind of like the focus of this limitation that we experience. But my advice to everybody today is like get more engaged with the invisible. In the invisible, you have so many friends. Okay, so many friends. You can make friends. Your loved ones who passed away. Like I know for a fact, my maternal grandmother, who is, by the way, ironically, my mother's mother, who cannot be more different, could not have been more different. It's like you have an angel and a devil, True story. Is constantly with me. I know this for a fact. We have conversations in my head. We
Mm-hmm.
do. We have conversations. I mean, I have things happen to me that no longer freak me out. I'm sure you had this with your mother, Katya, where it's like the light can turn on suddenly that wasn't on.
As soon as she passed over, because I'm more woo woo than my stepdad. He was a
Mhm.
clinical laboratory scientist, so he finally came over a little bit, with the more spiritual and all that, but very scientific. Okay, so when I said, "Hey, mom's still here," we were in the kitchen making arrangements for her services, and he's like, "I don't know. I don't think she's here, and I don't." And I said, "Dad," I call him Dad. I was like,
Mhm.
"Dad, she's here." She's like, I already knew. I could feel it. I mean, I knew. In fact, she felt better.
Mhm.
She was not happy here. I could tell. I mean, it my whole life, but then just really in the senior years, I could really tell. And her soul was tired, just as a
Mhm.
whole. I could just tell. And she
Mhm.
would say that. She's like, "I'm not coming back. I'm done. I'm tired of this place." For being such an old soul that knew so much, she didn't practice it, which was so frustrating. Um, but I told him, I said, "Dad, she's around. She's around." And he's like, "I don't know." And then right when we said that, the computer used to be in the dining area. There's a little area for office stuff, and the computer, the monitor just went on, and nothing hit
Oh
it.
my
Nothing
god.
went. It just turned on, and I said, like mic drop. I think
Mhm.
we were writing
Mhm.
down. I dropped the pen. I said, "Told you." I said, "See,
Mhm.
she's still
Mhm.
here." I said,
Yeah.
"You just have to get out of your mind and just," I said, "you'll see her when you're sleeping and stuff. You'll feel
Mhm.
her." I said, "but you're going to actually see her when you're sleeping because your mind's going to be shut off." That
Mhm.
scientific
Mhm.
side. Feeling
Yeah,
like
no, for
feeling like
sure.
things, yeah, feeling like things can't really be like that because it doesn't
Mhm.
make sense scientifically. But
Mhm.
at the same time, when things happen like that monitor turning on, you can't explain it.
Yeah,
It's just like,
no.
yeah, I'm here.
Mhm.
When she at the services, she was cremated, so it was just like a box at the front and such. But one of the flower things tipped over, not a big
Mm.
one. One went
Mhm.
over, and I said, "She's here. She's here."
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
100%. Really quick, Fugacious Self, could you please bring back your message? I want to read it and answer it if it's okay. Sorry we took a little bit longer. I just want to go with the flow here. And that's kind of like how we do things here. But here
Hmm.
goes. I think I have a soul tie with my SP, if that makes sense. Yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure. Yeah, I mean, like, the other thing I was going to talk about is like on the other side, before you're born, which is the real reality, right? Um, you choose people who you're going to rendezvous here with. Like you said,
Oh,
your mother was, a certain way.
some
Well,
of
that's
my
the role.
choices.
hmm Yeah. What?
Some of my choices.
Well, I'm sure it was a design.
Oh, it absolutely was. I learned from every single one of them, and especially being enlightened now, like on this side, I get
Yeah.
why every single one of them happened. And some of them were repeats because it was a pattern just that I needed to finally figure out and close out and
Yes.
stopped appearing
Yes.
with different characters. So,
Yeah.
it was just stuff that needed to be, swept out.
hmm
Get the
Yeah.
pledge and wipe it off.
Yeah. It's very hard when you're a human to see things in this way. This is what I kind of try to help my clients understand. It's not personal. You set it up yourself, and so like even my mother. Listen, if it wasn't for my mother, lots of things wouldn't happen in my life. Like truly, everything. High five.
Same, totally same. I needed
Right.
her, and she instilled a lot, but it was rough. Okay,
Yeah,
getting this
very rough.
education. So she gave me an education, but God,
Yeah.
whoo.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
like
it is
my
needed.
My favorite quote by Jerry Seinfeld: "Pain is a lot of information all at once."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So on the other side, like, I don't know about anybody, but like, I go there like almost every night to the other side, and on the other side you can rearrange things, like what you said, jumping timelines, etc.
Hmm.
You can redo timelines. Like, I know I spoke about this already also, but since we're talking about invisible friends, that helpers, meaning I've gone on that side numerous of times, like innumerable times, and always with a purpose. Like, I want to rearrange my timeline. And one time I remember I went on the other side, like when people go to die, like that other
Hmm.
side. I'm talking like,
Yeah,
when,
yeah, yeah.
right, when people say, "Oh, I went to the garden and everything was beautiful," like that
They can't
place.
describe the colors because there's no
Yes.
word to describe the vivid and how beautiful it is. Like there are
Hmm.
no words. It's
Yeah.
just a feeling, and you
Yeah.
can't describe the feeling. It's just a yep.
Yeah, so that's the place I go to regularly. I didn't know it was such a big deal, this place. But so I just do. I don't know. But like at one time, it was so cool. They had like my whole life on like a board, like a school board, and I wanted to extract like some pieces of my life, like revision, if you will. And I
Hmm.
went up to this, what I can only describe as an organic board, like not a chalkboard per se, but you
Yeah.
can see it's alive. You know, it's like
Ooh.
you see like like the heartbeat kind of
Hmm.
situation, and
Yeah.
certain things. Like if you zoom in, there are like pictures and this and that. I mean, I have
Oh,
countless story. I probably should write a book about it. But anyway, one day when I'm
yeah.
96. Anyway, when I have nothing
When
better
you
to do,
when you have
literally.
some time.
I know. Anyway, so I went up to this board and I said, I literally intuitively kind of deal. I zoomed in into some things that really were hurtful, or maybe I wasn't proud of, and this and that. And I'm like, this and this and this, like take it out and smooth it out kind of deal. And every time I'd done that, on the other side in sleep, now we call it sleep, but this is literally like, I
That's
mean,
when
I
I
don't,
wake up. That's I wake up. I go to sleep to wake up. That was like my
as,
whole. I
yeah,
totally. I'm yeah. Sometimes
totally
I get so
profound.
excited to go to sleep, and sometimes I thought, oh, is it because I'm depressed? And it's like, no, no, I'm not too bad here. It's just that
Hmm.
I know I'm having fun over there. I don't know always what I'm doing over there,
Mhm,
but when I go to sleep, I know I'm getting up to stuff. So I'm like,
mhm.
bedtime,
Yeah,
I get like
yeah.
excited type thing.
No, over there is another fucking story. Like, yeah, here it's just, it's the echo of the past, and then the other thing is like the echo of the 3D kind of deal. Like, in other words, not sorry, let me rephrase it. The echo of the past is that you need to have blow over, but then once you make an intention, the echo that it takes for you to get that something, right? But essentially, on that side is where, yeah, you really live. So whenever, all this to say is that whenever you have a dilemma, you want to jump parallel realities, parallel timelines on purpose, like just even visualize going into this garden and communicating with your guardian angel. Like Katya said, all they need is your permission to literally say, "Oh, all right, that's what you want, we'll do anything for you." But every time I done that, like I jumped timelines to such a degree where it was literally overwhelming for me. Like I needed to be in bed for at least a week, like it used to be. Now it's just maybe a day, sometimes maybe two, if it's like, whoa, big of a change. But you feel it within your body, like your body's catching up.
You
Yeah.
get tired. Yeah. And there were some
Yeah.
times where I just felt like not totally like a flu. You don't feel
No,
sick,
right.
but just
Right.
drained, tired,
Mm-hmm.
drained, just
Mm-hmm.
no energy. I have had that.
Yeah.
And there's no explanation for it. But I
Right.
later, and I now know I'm doing an energetic shift. I'm shifting. There's
Exactly.
something going,
Exactly.
yeah. So then I
Yeah,
just
you're
ride it.
downloading. You're
Hmm.
downloading something. You're downloading a new reality, and it's kind of like, just relax, right? You just jumped, and so relax a little so it can integrate and everything can be. Yeah.
That's where the anxiety, like having to calm that comes, because when your body tells you to rest, you have to rest. And when you
Mm-hmm.
have that constant, remember I said, be productive,
Mm-hmm.
Katya. What are you doing? The mom, the ear, whispering in the ear. So I had to get rid of that voice and say, you know what? It's okay. Like, just chill. You can
Yeah.
just let your body do what it needs to do. Let your mind acclimate, and just, it's all
Mm-hmm.
right. And I had to learn to
Yes.
not feel guilty about that.
Yeah, yeah. I still have a little issue with it. I have to be honest, because simply because not because of anything other than like I just love what I do so much. I
Mhm.
can work forever. But like my body sometimes let me know, hey Anna, chill the fuck out, okay?
Right. Calm down. Yeah.
Okay. Fugacious self, please come back, darling. I didn't get a chance to read his message. Did you? He
No.
said
Well, I
something or
think I,
she?
I glimpsed a little bit, but it's gone. Hmm.
Okay. Well,
You know
hopefully.
what trips me up is I was wanting to tell you, the switching timelines and such. I find myself, I'm doing it so much that when I'm bringing up things to people, they have no clue what I'm talking about, and I have to figure out what timeline I'm in, because with dirt, it's so it's so trippy. Because I was
Mhm.
talking even to my neighbor yesterday when she dropped off the cookies, and I told you, like, oh,
Mhm.
that's another case where I have the squirrels in the attic, and I'm like, I don't know, I need help, I don't know. I tried to get access to my attic, but it's like it's nailed shut,
Just
and there's like
leave them
different things
there.
going on. What's it, huh? What?
What? Oh, just
No.
leave them there,
Oh
like a
god,
zoo.
no, they're messing with my wiring. That's,
Oh no.
that's, yeah, my lights are flickering on and off, so I can't do that. So the fact that she showed up, that was me earlier. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't get into my attic, this and that. They
Mhm.
showed up, and she said, I'm gonna let my husband know about this because this isn't safe.
Mhm.
But see, that's that having trust. Just the night before, I was like, there are no squirrels. I'm okay.
Mhm.
This is taken care of, because I've called a few different places, and it's gonna be like $500 and this and that. And it's just
Mhm.
like, come on now.
Mhm.
Let me see what I can do here with just the
Mhm.
resources I have. I put it up in the hands. So we're going to see. My neighbor now knows about it. The fact that she came over and the lights flickered at that moment, I didn't have to do anything in the 3D. She came to me. So now
Mhm.
the information is going to her husband so I can get this taken
Right.
care of. So that's
Yeah.
another one
Yeah.
of those, I mean, don't be don't be dangerous and let things go.
Mhm.
I'm not going to let it go forever and ever. And like, oh, I hope
Mhm.
someone comes in. No, you have to be
Mhm.
productive and proactive. But the
Mhm.
point is, the things I need to come in are popping in, because I'm not like
Right.
this underneath. I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
this will work
Yeah.
out. I'm the
Having
only
trust.
I'm in charge of my universe. I don't
Mhm.
want anything bad to happen, so I'm safe.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, guardians, angels, please watch
Mhm.
over me, protect me, help me in this situation. We got this.
Mhm.
It's gonna get
Yeah.
resolved. I already know, but it's just
Mhm.
in the meantime, just keeping the cool and not,
Mhm.
yeah.
So,
Oh,
what made you keep the cool?
just knowing that, in essence, everything is going to be for my highest good. I'm not out to hurt myself. My guardian angels don't want me to be hurt. So
Mhm.
that's just me having that faith.
Mhm.
But the reason why I brought that was that story. But with her, I mentioned something to her. I know she was there. I know these people were like there. And she's like, oh no, I don't. It was some kind of conversation or something that from last year, and she totally doesn't remember. And it's not because she
Mm.
lost it. I'm trying to think back, and I think I remember I did like do a something, such and such didn't happen, but because that didn't happen in like July of last or August of last year, that whole conversation last Christmas didn't happen. That I talked
Mhm.
to her about last year with the like goodies and
Mhm.
stuff. It's so weird, and I'm
Yeah.
finding that in different situations, or even with my son with some stuff, he'll say, no, I never liked that, or I've always liked that. And I'm just like,
Right. So how do you think that, like, so you said, how do I control like which timeline I'm in? Well, with your intention, right? With the decision.
yeah, I think that's, I get so excited in my imagination. I'm like, ooh. I'm going to do this and do that. And I forget about it because it's just one of those, you don't think about it. You just go, oh,
Mhm.
what if? And then you forget
Mhm.
about it. And then I have to really think about, oh my gosh, I said, what if, like a few
Mhm.
months ago. And then here we are. It's like, what if, yeah, what if,
Is
I,
here.
yeah, what if I did this instead of that? And then I turn
Mhm.
around and it's nothing huge, but still it's something noticeable. Like,
Mhm. Yeah. Well, you can
wow,
use it in a huge way, right? So it's
big
kind of like,
time.
mhm.
Once you see it and you acknowledge it, it's just like,
Mhm. Yeah.
oh, like you
Yeah.
can make certain things disappear like it never happened. But then
I
you have
did
to
this.
remember other
Yeah.
things fall into place with that.
Mhm.
So
No, you can literally use it in a huge, huge way, like from becoming a different version of yourself. This is why I talk about this endlessly because I've experienced it myself in my life, just like on purpose jumping timelines into another version of yourself that already exists, right? One year again with the dating, I really loved fucking around with this. Oh my god. I said to myself, I said to myself, I wanna meet a couple of guys that I ran into before that are not gonna remember that, we ever met. Like, mind you, we were dating before, like dated.
fun.
Okay. So we dated for a short period of time, then we disconnected, whatever, something happened. I moved around, did some other thing. And it was a few years, but still, like, I'm a pretty memorable fucking person. If I do say so myself, I am. So I ran into the same guy that I dated a while ago. And I swear to you, like, I wasn't even trying to like veil myself, and I said, yeah, I told him a few things about his life, like, oh, I know you do this for a living and blah blah blah, and he was like, how the fuck do you know? I don't know you, lady. On the first date. First date.
Wow. That's
He
but
got
because it's a
so
different
scared.
version, right?
What?
It's a different version, right?
Different version, right? Because I just wanted to fuck around with this principle of like, let me just jump into a parallel timeline in which these people like will act like they never met me. I just wanted to have fun, you see. I didn't care about the guy. I didn't want to marry him or anything. But see, now, like, use
That's
that principle.
incredible. That's
Oh,
incredible. Like,
I did this with like five different guys just to kind of like prove to myself,
mhm.
this is, oh my god, 2017 or something, 2016. So anyway, and when so it's like you said, right? I wasn't trembling about it. I was like, I know this is going to happen. I
Yeah,
know this is gonna happen. I
yeah,
just I'm so enjoying the moment before it happens, because once it is gonna happen, I'm gonna have so much fun. But so this can be used like for people with SPs. Why I say it's so easy, because it's like, just be a little bit lighthearted about it and just say, what if my SP turns into the most perfect gentleman, into this
mm,
version that I really, really would like. And it's really bizarre, Katya. It really is bizarre, but it works. It just works because you show up with your energy, and if your energy is strong enough, and so we discussed the sexual energy,
mhm.
you can use that. You can use that. It's as a power amplifier to jump into a parallel timeline in which you will experience this version. I don't know how, like, words fail me right now. Forgive me. Like, I have ideas, like the way I see it in my
Yeah,
head, but it will literally like transport you over to another timeline with this power in your body that you have, that you will experience in another different, like entirely different movie. It's so fucking cool. So as long as you are cleansed of the other bullshit that you got so used to, like, we all get used to some stupid things that we shouldn't be used to. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure you had that in your life also. Like,
yeah.
maybe
There's
well,
still stuff. I mean, I'm little by little coming into my own, but yeah,
mhm,
I have to catch myself. It's just there's
mhm.
still. I mean, it's being human. There's always going to be a
Yes.
little something, I'm sure, but
Yes.
I'm definitely at a different level than I was.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. You know, I wanted to answer a question really quick. So we're gonna wrap up soon because Katya's gotta go, and so do I. There's more notes on my page. Really quick, let me just scan it so that I don't leave anything vital behind. One second, sorry about that. So mixing energy when having sex, we talked about that. Don't have sex for validation. Understand this is sacred exchange of
Oh
energy,
yeah.
and it's gold. So don't give your fucking gold away by
Especially
doing so.
especially if you're an empath and you're on this end of it, it is.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Mm-hmm.
it's gold. You're a charger. You're a battery charger. And even if people
Yes.
are not aware of it, whatever entity is attached to them is very aware of it. And they see it before you
Mm-hmm.
even meet physically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Energies, like before you enter a room, your energies are
Mm-hmm.
already mingling with people. Okay.
That is
So
so
there are
true.
no walls or anything. You're already
Mm. Yeah.
interacting with people before you even get to your destination. You know,
Yeah,
that's
this
how.
is why this is so true, because this is why, like, what I do, like, in my coaching as a preliminary, procedure of like covering the history and then releasing emotions is so necessary, because like you cannot bring this energy with you into a new timeline. You just can't. It's
No,
impossible. Physically
no. And
impossible.
then you're just
Yeah.
going to feel that energy. You're just going to give that old timeline this beautiful, what you're
And it's
trying to
gonna
bring
suck
in is
you
this,
up.
and it's
Yeah.
just going to
And
engulf
spit you
it.
out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you yourself, you got to get rid of that energy that is a vampire of your beautiful energy underneath it all. Don't know how else to say it without scaring somebody, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about, so the other thing that I really wanted to say. So yeah, trusting the universe, understanding how much help you really have, that anything you want can and will come true if you trust the universe to help you, and understanding that you are protected, you are guided. Just receive that guidance and ask for it and exercise it through meditation, through silence, through listening, through being more aware of that side of you that's going to help you do everything, SP, money, and blah blah blah. So knowing is just the original state of trust in the universe being behind you. Okay, that's the knowing that I refer to. Like, I just know, it's like you said, I know the universe is on my side. I know the universe wants good things for me, and I know that it's going to work out for me. That's the baseline of my existence and nothing else. So when you get to restructure that idea in your mind, like, you'll see the kind of fucking shift you'll see with your SP, with your money, everything. Just
Mm-hmm.
relinquishing the old bullshit entities around you. Let's just use that word. Don't get scared, anybody, but energies, okay? Releasing those energies that
Mm-hmm.
communicate this information to you that is not authentic, okay? Hello, good morning, how are you?
Yeah.
Here is the most brilliant tarot reader that has ever been. Is totally, we're in sync. This is why, I wanted to do this with Katya, because we're kind of like aligned in the way that we think.
Mm-hmm.
um Hold on one second. Zara is saying, how can we know and clear unwanted energies attached to us? Well, this is what I'm discussing. You need to, your agreement with these energies is that you buy into this bullshit. Okay, so once you stop buying into this bullshit,
Mm-hmm.
they don't have a hold on you, but you are empowered to make this change, so that they if you're, in other words, if your energy no longer resonates with a fear, with a belief, you're done. That's it, finito. But you need to uninvite this bullshit and try to and invite other beautiful things that are going to help you, like on a day like today. And the things that we're talking about, like jumping timelines, making people appear, disappear, this and that, the debit card showing up like in less than 24 hours, which is
That I
amazing.
was baffled. I was like, this is not okay. I mean, less than 20. I can't. I mean, I was
Yeah,
like, wow.
crazy. No, it's amazing. Yeah, I love things like that because it just like gives you the power to believe bigger things, right? Like, now
Mhm.
that I manifested this, all right, on to the next. Now I'm going to manifest X amount of dollars. Blah blah
The
blah blah
whole
blah blah.
The whole Christmas thing, this whole deal,
Yes,
when the announcement,
yes,
I mean, literally, because I really wanted to do this,
and
but
so
then
did
I'm like,
I.
yeah, I was like, this is so fun. We'll do it, and sure, and And then that's when I'm like, oh, well, the obligations as a mom and doing like that family thing. And
Yeah.
then I'm like, no, it's my world. No, it's my world. Okay. And if
Yeah.
I decide we're going to do this on like the 30th, it would have happened on the 30th. But I was like,
Yeah.
let's just do the regular story came out for Christmas. I went, no, 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 let's do the backup story. Christmas Eve.
Mhm.
And then, and that's what I got. That's it.
Yeah. And it's so, but what you just said, like at any moment you can do it if you're
Mhm.
deliberate about it. And if you're like ready with the backstory and you pre-paved it and it's like shoehorning yourself into this timeline, all of you watching right now and rewatching, you already know underneath it all how to do it. You're just
Mhm.
waking up to it as a human mind. So you kind of like relearning this. You already know how to do it. And like sometimes people really quick, and then I want to answer a question you asked me over like when we were talking, but it's nothing private, so I
Oh,
can talk
yeah.
about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um oh shit, what was I just gonna say? Uh what was I just talking about?
Um,
Jesus.
we're the,
Faith.
knowing like going in and the energy's not being attached and being at that level of
Forget it.
not allowing them in and knowing that you're safe. I mean, the universe has got you. You've got
Oh,
you.
I
You're
just
good.
remembered. People often tell me in coaching, you know, it's only when I get angry that I said, you like, when I had enough and I go, enough is enough. I want this or else kind of deal. Only, or I get pissed off and I get angry and only then I manifest. Well, you don't need to do that. You just need to have this energy that is very deliberate, very decisive. And today I dropped you like a big golden, gigantic Mount
Yeah.
Everest size,
The
you know,
Kundalini thing. Yeah. It's the same
yes,
working with the
use
energy.
it.
Being pissed off or that euphoric, it's still using energy to get it's on the different sides. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So it's just the intensity of energy that makes it happen. It doesn't, you don't have
Hmm.
to be pissed off. And lastly, I wanted to say this. So you guys are aware I have coaching for coaches channel. The link is below in the description. And I often get this question from a lot of people. And Katya asked me this question, and many, many people ask me this. When is it time to become a coach? When do you know you're ready to become a
Yeah.
coach? Here's a simple answer. Ready? Number one, that you have a pure heart, that you really are coming with the best intentions, that it's you're benevolently positioned, okay? That you feel a calling is number two, okay? That you're doing it not for the money alone. Everybody deserves to get paid, there's no question about it,
Hmm.
but that you are doing it to help people, number one, and that you're called, that you there's something gravitating, you know, you're gravitating towards it, and there's downloads, there's inspirations, there's something calling you towards it. You don't need to be the most perfect coach, like nobody fucking is. You just need to be perfect at being you, being authentic, and bringing what you have to bring to the world and exploring that with your clients. That's what I think. This is how I
And
started. I just
having
go
your
ahead.
own way of putting things, having your own analogies and metaphors, having your own ideas.
That
Yeah,
helps.
I think that's huge too. I mean, I think, well, and I'm not, I mean, I am being kind of snickety. I mean, we all know towards what, but and I think with a lot of with coaches, the ones that are more authentic and put things in their own words, I think they're the truer ones. They
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, they
Energetically, it resonates. It you can't. Energy doesn't lie. So when you bring your authentic,
I feel like if you're able to read something and put it in your own words, then maybe that's a good, instead of repeating verbatimly, because there are a lot of people who just, I mean, they quote all the greats, but then if they can just put it in their own words and deliver it, because we're
Mhm.
all listening from every person's perspective. The gist of
Exactly.
the knowledge is the same, but it's just a matter of how people present it and how they perceived it. And if you
Mhm.
can be on the same level as them. But even if you're on the same level as
Yes.
them, you're still your own point of light. You're still your
Yes.
own point of
Yes.
consciousness. So you should
Absolutely.
still be able to pull your own. And I'm just thinking in my mind, if you're able to do that, then that might be a hint that you're ready to
Yes.
help. you
Yes,
know?
yes. Making it your own. I would say number three would be total 100%. Making it your own. You don't need to repeat anybody because, well, chances are you have your own experiences already, even though it's
Right,
not a perfect ride, right?
right.
So you have this exchange already established. You understand there's more to it, and you have that. Like Kasia, as an example, I'll use you as an example. You're aware of this other 90% or 99% of the part of what is really happening that is invisible, okay, that
Mhm,
is invisible, not the visible, not focusing on the visible, but on the invisible. So bring that to the table, and people will not be able to tell why they're gravitating towards you, because you're just
mhm.
coming with pure authentic energy, being
Yeah.
exactly who you are and bringing your point of view, very necessary, your point of view and your opinions. I mean, this is why people pay coaches for their authentic point of view, because they want to become more like that coach. Like, a lot of the things that people tell me, like my confidence and
They
all that
want
kind
to become like their coach.
of. What's that?
They
Oh,
want to
you're
become
gonna
like their
become like
coach,
your coach. Yes. Oh,
but
100%.
be yourself. Oh my
Yeah.
God. You know, like,
Yeah.
you don't want to actually become your coach.
No, you don't want to become your coach, but you want to become like your coach in terms of like
Exactly.
confidence.
Yes.
Anyway, we already said too much.
But you know what? And here's the thing. It's not just, I mean, those who know what we're saying here, but it's just, if you really look at it, it's just like with the tarot community. There's
Yes,
so many, they all sound the same. So it's not just,
yes.
it's with any niche, okay? You
Mhm.
get the people that jump on the bandwagon, and then in these cases it's a little more difficult because we're dealing with people's lives. We're dealing with their
Yes.
emotions. We're dealing with them as being raw. You're in a raw
Mhm.
state. If you're looking at tarot, seeking help, if you're going to a life coach, you're pretty raw. Okay, there's stuff going on that you're vulnerable. Is what I
You
want
should
to
be,
say.
ideally,
And
yeah.
yeah, ideally it should be because you want to get in there and then
Hmm.
rebuild. But
There you go.
so
Totally.
so
Yeah.
many people across the board, they just sound the same, and
Yeah, that's
it's
not where it's at. And I feel, paradoxically, like this is why. And go check out my channel, and I share a lot of like my own opinions on that topic. Paradoxically, the people who really have it, have the genuinity, have the authenticity and that spirit and that energy, that good energy to give people. Paradoxically, I found those people are not brave enough to start their own coaching business. So if it's you, again, just go listen to the channel and get inspired. I feel like we need more coaches that are authentic, that are empowering. I have trained coaches before, and so check that out. Check out that website. I felt like that was, very something resonated with me, that question, and I wanted to answer it in life.
for sure,
Yeah.
and that's why I did it, because I know other people feel that way, and I'm glad that you
Mhm.
mentioned it on the live here, because I know there are quite a few people that, and whenever they come across a video, it could be 2 years from
Mhm.
now,
Yeah.
it's just,
Hmm.
they come across and go, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because it sucks, but I understand why people think of coaches sometimes as frauds. I understand. Like there are a lot of people who gave a coach off of YouTube a really bad name, and a lot of people come into my coaching telling me exactly that. I gave up on YouTube coaches. I gave up on
Mhm.
seeking help, and then I saw you. This is not to brag on me, but this is just on the state of affairs of how bad it got. That
Yeah,
certain people have really just, yeah, gave it a really bad name, and people stopped looking for help. So, it's kind of like two
absolutely.
things. Yeah, educate yourself about your coach, but understand the energy doesn't lie. So if something like feels off to you, I mean, listen, if, even I am not for everybody, because I'm very strong, very powerful. I will take you there, but you have to be ready for me, kind of deal. But the
Mhm.
energy doesn't lie. Like you have to resonate with this person, and it has to speak authenticity to you. This is how you know you're in good hands. And like for me, you can always like test it out for a session, for one session only, and then decide like if you want to embark. Katya has the same, like her channel and her website is underneath in the description,
Yeah.
so you can check out her channel. It's new, but she's doing it, and she can
I
give you a
yeah.
reading whenever you
I'm
want.
doing it for fun, and then people can just kind of see how I read. But when I
Hmm.
get private readings, it's a little more serious, and it's a little more it's intimate, and
Yeah, of course.
I get to know the person, and then I let them know, what I lay out. Do you like it or do you not like it? You don't like it?
Hmm.
Well, here, let me, I offer some suggestions, and I guess maybe it's like, well, it's the guidance, but
Hmm.
not necessarily coaching type, but it's still guiding them to, because there's always going to be someone who needs help. So I don't need someone
Yes.
to keep coming to me for readings. Okay.
Hmm.
There's
Hmm.
always going to be someone who's graduating to that next step in their life where they're trying to get
Hmm.
answers. So
Yeah. Yeah.
my goal isn't to keep people around. It's to let them, because even with people that I know, they don't get readings with me all the time because I tell them I don't want to see you all the time. I appreciate the money or whatever. Sometimes they just give me gifts. I
Mm.
appreciate it, but here's the thing. I want you to not be in this perpetual cycle of
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
this is. It
Yeah,
can't
money
be
is
fun.
good. Yeah, I,
Yeah.
I, I wholeheartedly agree. Money is good, and I like, receiving money. But ultimately, me here, my job is to, yeah, have progress. So yeah, I would have to agree with that. So all right, let me see what this comment is. Okay, you can delete this comment. Um, you see that comment? I'm not
Oh
gonna even
yeah.
voice that bullshit. But anyway, thank you so much, Katya, for
You're
joining me today.
welcome.
I feel like I could
I
talk to you
know.
forever, but we both
Oh,
can
I
do
know.
forever.
I know. We'll have next week, right?
Yes, yes,
The
yes.
new year.
And we have Saturday, don't forget.
Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah.
I'll be in the
Um
I'll be in
thank you, Bashir. He said thank you, Anna
oh,
Ketvi.
thank
Thank
you,
you so much,
Annette.
everybody, for watching. Thank you, Katya, so much
You're
for joining
welcome.
me. You look absolutely stunning today. Like really, I
Oh,
can't get enough
thank
of your look.
you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Okay, if
And
you
you, of course, you always look gorgeous. You've got that,
oh,
it's just like,
thank
it's
you.
just natural for you.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just wake up like this. Don't you know? Anyway, so all the information is below for both of us. If you have any question, you can email Katya, email me, and all that good stuff. So for me, I will record a couple of audios. Listen, the audios are never gonna go away. This is just my lovely signature style of delivering information. Yes, I will be doing more videos and we'll be doing lives, but the audios, it's my it's my thing, it's my situation kind of deal. I get off on that, so hopefully you're enjoying them. And if you're new, please subscribe and like and all and share. You're gonna learn here more than anywhere else. Okay, thanks so much and Merry Christmas. We'll see you
Merry
Saturday.
Christmas, everyone. Mwah.
Mwah, mwah,
Bye.
mwah. Mwah. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.